Hello, good morning, ma'am. This is Vipul Panwar from BTech CSE 4th semester. My roll number is 045 164 03218. My topic is programmable array logic. So basically, ma'am, programmable array logic is the most common used type of PLD. PLD is basically programmable logic devices. These PLD devices is used to implement the logical functions in digital circuits. Now, talking about the programmable array logic, it basically has the programmable AND array and a fixed OR array. These things I'll explain in the coming diagram. Now I'll explain the PLD. Basically, what is PLD? PLD is programmable logic devices. It is basically a general purpose chip for implementing the circuits. It can be customized using programmable switches. Some types of PLDs are PLA, PAL, ROM and CPLD. CPLD is basically complex programmable logical devices. Coming on to the next slide, this slide basically shows the working and the structure of the PAL. The connection of the AND array is programmable and in OR array is fixed. All the input lines is given to the buffer. Buffer is basically determined by the variables which is given in the problem, and these buffer are connected to the input of the AND gate, and then the output of that gate and then the output of all these gates are given by the fixed OR gates. Coming on to the next slide, it is a basic programmable logic organization. That is, if we are given a structure, then how can we determine that it is a PLA or a PAL? So basically, if a organization is PLA, then its AND array is programmable and its OR array is programmable. But if the organization is PAL, that is programmable array logic, its AND array is programmable and its OR array is fixed. This thing that the OR array is fixed and AND array is programmable, it makes the structure more simpler. Talking about PROM, its AND array is fixed and OR array is programmable. Coming on to the next slide, basically it is a common structure of PAL, programmable array logic. So you can see A, B, C. These are basically the input buffers. Now what do you mean by input buffers? Input buffers are basically the combination of NOT gates which gives two outputs. The two outputs are non-complemented form and complemented form. For example, A, this is an input buffer. It has two outputs, that is A and A bar. All these input buffers are given to the AND gates, and these AND gates are programmable, and all these AND gates gives output to these OR gates. These OR gates basically are fixed as it is not programmable, and therefore we get the desired output. Now if you see these three dots basically says that these first three AND gates are connected to the first fixed OR gate, then the next three AND gates is connected to the second OR gate, and the next three AND gates are connected to the third OR gate. Coming on to the next slide, for example, if we take a problem if we have three outputs x, y, z, and their min terms are given, for example for x 2, 3, 5, 7, and for y 0, 1, 5, and similarly for z is also given. So if we solve these min terms by minimization using k-maps, if we using k-maps, we get these three results. For example, of a we get a bar b plus ac, for y a bar b bar plus b bar c, and similarly we can get for z also. Coming on to the next slide, I'll show you how the structure is made for this problem. So basically these are the input buffers as I said earlier, and these are the AND gates. Now for example, how many AND gates are required for a basic PAL structure? So if we have in this question, if we see the min terms, we have to see the highest min terms. Therefore we have in Z we have three min terms. So basically three min terms, therefore three AND gates each for each variable. Therefore total 3 into 3, 3 AND gates for Z, 3 AND gates for Y, 3 AND gates for X. Therefore there are total 9 AND gates. And how many input buffers are used, and that is calculated by how many variables you are using. There are 3 x, y, z, there are 3 variables, therefore we are using 3 input buffers. So for the first X, we have the minimization using keymaps a bar b plus ac. So we can mark it across for a bar, that is down line, and b for the up line of b. Therefore this AND gate is represented by a bar b plus AC, that is A and C. Now if you see here, we have only two min-terms, therefore two AND gates are used, and this AND gate is basically not used, which is it is not usable. So but it is connected to these input buffers. So here we use fuses. Now fuses, now here we use fuses. Fuses are basically used to disconnect these points. These are the intact points, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the intact points, so we basically disconnect these all these points so that this AND gate is not usable. Similarly, if we see for y, its minimization min term is a bar b bar plus b bar c. So we'll mark it in the AND gate line, that is a bar b bar plus b bar c. So these two AND gates are represented by a bar b bar, and the second AND gate b bar c. And similarly, since there are two min terms, the third AND gate is not usable, so therefore we use fuse so that we disconnect these points, and this AND gate is free. But in case of Z, we have three min terms, so all the three AND gates are used. And hence I have said earlier that these 3 points means that these three AND gates is connected to this first OR gate, these three AND gates is connected to the second OR gate, and the last three AND gates is connected to the third OR gate, and this XYZ, that is the output that we get from the fixed OR gate. Coming on to the next slide, basically what is the difference between PAL and PLA? So PLA is basically most flexible. It is more flexible than PAL. Now why PLA is most flexible? Because it can implement a huge range of logical functions in digital circuits. But the problem is, due to most flexible, it has a larger package, many pins are involved, due to which its cost increases. Whereas in PALs are cheaper because it is simplest. Its structure is simplest because only AND array is programmable and the OR array is fixed. Coming on to the next slide, the applications of PAL, that is where can PAL, that is programmable array logic, can be used. So it is basically used in DVD players or DVD players, the circuits for automobiles. Now circuits for automobiles means the radio, the cassettes that are used in the car, that is basically an application of PAL. Also Wi-Fi routers, internet, network switches, these all things that we use for the internet connections, these are also applications of PAL. Thank you, ma'am.